Today we'll be learning how to make a matching pant for the waistcoat or the vest that I dropped last week. So let's get right into it. Hello Carina, it's a good day and welcome back to the class. So as you can see what we have here, we'll be making a matching pant for our vest that we dropped last week. If you have not seen this or you've not made this, check it out. We have it available on the channel. So we'll be making this beautiful suit pants today. It's quite easy to make, very simple, and I'll be walking you through the materials we'll be needing, and then we'll just get right into it. So here are the few materials we'll be needing. We'll be needing ball of yarn, as you can see. I'll be using this brand Yeye. It is fiber acrylic. It's written somewhere here. Acrylic fiber, yeah. So it's 100% acrylic, and I'll be working with 2 strands because we want something structured and firm. So for the pant, I think I used about 4 balls in total. 5 balls. I think around 5 balls. I did not finish the 5th ball. So we'll be needing ball of yarn, or you can use any medium weight yarn of your choice. We'll be needing, for the hook size, I used 2 sizes. I used 4.0 mm hook for the body and 2.5 mm hook for the ribbon of the waistband. Yeah, so I'll be needing elastic band, but it's optional. I will show you in the course of the tutorial how to make another type of waistband in case you don't have elastic band. So we'll be needing measuring tape, very important. We'll be needing stitch markers, very important as well, and also we'll be needing a pair of scissors for cutting, and finally we'll be needing tapestry needle for weaving in our hands, and also we'll be doing some sewing around the waist. So that being said, these are the materials we need in the course of making this pant. So if you are not yet a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. We drop amazing tutorials on the channel every week. Yeah, every week. So, and also if you find the video useful, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment. Don't forget to check out the vest if you have not, and also the written pattern for this set will also be available. Kindly check the description box for the link. So let's get started. To kickstart our pants, we are going to be considering 2 major measurements, and the measurements are the pants length and also the hip round measurements. So we are going to be kickstarting with the length of the pants. So the length I'm making for size 12 months, but we definitely size above 12 months. So the length I'm considering is 17 inches. So if you are doing for 0 to 6 months, you might need to consider just 16 inches. 6 to 12 months, like I'm doing 17 inches. Up to 18 months, you consider around 18 inches and like that. So we'll be making a foundation chain that is that length, but before we do that, we are going to take away around 1.5 or 1 inches. I'll take away just 1 inch, sorry. I'm going to take away just 1 inch. That would serve as my waistband, because I'll be adding elastic band at the top. So excuse me, the 1 inch is going to cover that. So I'll take away 1 inch from my 17 inches, so I'll be left with 16 inches. So this is applicable to all sizes, and it depends on how thick you want your waistband to be. Like I said, I'm using elastic band, but if you are not using elastic band, you can as well work your normal front post and back post double crochet to serve as your waistband. 1 inch or 1.5 inches is perfectly fine. So right now I'm left with 16 inches. So I'm going to make a foundation chain that is 16 inches long. So if you are doing for 0 to 6 months, you will be left with 15 inches, I guess. So you are going to make a foundation chain that is 15 inches long. I hope that makes sense. So you just take away 1 inch or 1.5 inches from your total pants length, and that will be the length of your foundation chain. I hope that is clear. So right now I'll go ahead and make a slip knot. So I'll make a slip knot. If you have a better way of doing yours, please go ahead. This is how I do mine. So I have my slip knots, and I will go ahead and start making my chains. So this is my first chain, the second, third, fourth. So I will keep going until I have my required length. And another thing to consider is whatever you're going to chain you're going to make sure it's an even number. So I have 70 chains here. So this is it from the top. I want to take the measurement with you. So I stretched a little and I have my 16 inches. Just a little stretch. That's what I have. So I chained 70 in total. So right now, after having your foundation chain, so we just jump right into the pattern. So I'm going to skip the first chain. This is not a chain, this is just a loop. So we are not counting this. This is our first chain right here. We are going to skip that. And I'll move to the next one. So we are starting our work from the second chain from the hook. This is the first chain from the hook. We are skipping that. This is the second. So we are going in here. I'll go in with a single crochet and a double crochet. Yarn over. You go into that same stitch, that same chain. Go in, you pull out a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. So into the same chain I did a single crochet and a double crochet, right? So after that you're going to skip the next chain and you move to the next one. You repeat the same thing, one single crochet and one double crochet. You skip the next chain, you move to the next chain, one single, one double. You skip the next, you move to the next, one single, one double. So this is going to be the repetition. We go ahead and keep repeating this until we have our last chain, and I'll come and let you know. I'll come back and let you know the last what to do in our last chain. So after working all the way right here at the end, as you can see I have two chains left. So I'm going to skip the next, and into the very last one we are going to always finish with just one single crochet. You're not going to add a double crochet inside, just a single crochet, and that's it. So this is what my work looks like. So I'm going to give that a stretch. I'm going to stretch that out, and this is what I have. So here is what I have. So moving on to the next row, we are going to always chain one and turn. So into the very first stitch, into that very first single crochet, you'll go right in with one single crochet. You'll go back into that stitch and work and add a double crochet. So it's just a repetition of what we did earlier. Single crochet, double crochet into the same stitch, you skip the next stitch, and into the next you repeat the same thing, single, double. We are always going to be working in the single crochet stitch. The next stitch is a double crochet. We are going to skip that and we move to the next one, which is a single crochet. You can see that is the shorter one. So you go in, work a single crochet, and you go back into that same stitch. You had a double crochet. After that you skip the next stitch, which is a double crochet. You skip it, and into the next one, which is a single crochet, you work a single and a double. You skip the next, you move to the next, a single and a double into the same stitch. So we go ahead and keep repeating this. When I get to the end right here, I'll come and show you how to finish this row. So right here I'm almost at the end of the second row. So I have two stitches left, the double crochet and the single crochet. So obviously we are going to skip the double crochet, and into the very last stitch, which is the single crochet, we go in and work a single crochet, just one single crochet, and that's all. Just finished our second row. So this is going to be a repetition. You chain one and you turn and you repeat the same thing, one single crochet into the first stitch, you go ahead and add one more double crochet, you skip the next stitch, you move to the next, you work a single and a double, you skip the next, you move to the next, you work a single and a double. So we go ahead and keep repeating this. Remember, when you get to the end, you are going to work just one single crochet into the very last stitch. So we keep repeating this pattern. As for me, the hip round measurement I'm working with is 21 inches. Yeah, so we keep going until I have, until this measures 9.5 inches, until I have 9.5 inches wideness. So if you are doing for 0 to 6 months, I'll suggest you keep going until you have around 9 inches, and for 12 to 18 months, I'll suggest you keep going until you have around 10 inches long or wide, yeah, in height, 10 inches. And for up to 2 years, 18 to 24 months, I'll suggest you keep going until you have around 10.5 or 11 inches. This depends on the size of the toddler you're making this for. So I will keep going. When I have my 9 inches, 9.5 inches, sorry, I will come back and show you what next to do. We are going to start making the crotch area. So I have my 9.5 inches. This is what I have. Let me take the measurement. As you can see, I have my 9.5 and I did a total of 33 rows. So I did 33 rows in total. So right now we are going to be working on the crotch area. So we are going to be dividing. I will go ahead and count. You see this Suzzet stitch, this complete Suzzet stitch, the single crochet and double crochet, this that we have here, that group. So I'm going to be counting the number of those groups I have in total. So I will go ahead and count mine. So I have 34 of that in total. I have 34 of this in total, and I have one single crochet left. So I'm going to be dividing that 34 by 3. So it's not divisible, right? So I'm going to remove the extra that I have on top. So I'm left with 33. So 33 divided by 3, obviously that will give me 11. So when we start working from the bottom back all the way up, I'm going to be leaving 11 of this, of the group in total. I hope that makes sense. In case you count yours, after counting you have 33. So you're obviously going to divide that by 3. You leave 11 and you end up working 22. If you have, what's it called now? If you have, let's say 40 of this in total, you still go ahead and divide by 3. So you're actually going to have 13 point something. So you are just going to work 13, the whole number. You're going to work 13 here, and you're going to work the remaining. You're going to leave 13 here, sorry, and you're going to work the remaining all the way. I hope that makes sense. Let me take that again. I don't want to get too confused. Whatever the number of groups of this single crochet, double crochet that we are doing, remember we counted the group, each group like that. I have 34. So I divided that by 3, and I have 11 point something. So I'll just go ahead and count 11. Here's my stitch marker. So I counted 11. The 11, I counted it and I marked it. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I marked it. So I'm going to start my next row. I'm going to work all the way until I get here, and this is where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to complete it. So this is applicable to all sizes. Whatever the total number of the group you have, you're going to divide it by 3. So if you have 40, like I said, if you divide it by 3, you're going to have 13 point something. So you just go ahead and count 13 and mark the 13th group. So you'll go ahead and work the remaining stitches that you have here. So I hope you understand that. If you have 50, you do the same thing. Divide 50 by 3, you count the whole number, you're going to count it out, mark it, and the remaining you're just going to work it. So this is going to be the upper part. It's quite small, but remember that we are still going to be working on the waistband, so that's going to cover up the remaining. So this is around 5 inches, so we are good. So remember we are having 1 extra inch at the top, so that's going to cover up the waistband to the crotch area. So I will go ahead and work all the way. When I get here, I'll come and show you what next to do. So I am right here, almost at the end. So this is the last single crochet I'll work in. Remember, I'll just work 1 single crochet into the last stitch. So this is what we have. So after that, we're going to chain 1 and turn. If you're making this for 0 to 6 months, you will just need to work just 1 more row. So you have 2 rows of this in total. But for 6 months up to 2 years, you are going to work 3 in total. So after completing the next row, we are going to add 1 more row. So that will be 3. For 0 to 6 months, 2 rows is fine. So we just go ahead and repeat our pattern. It's just our normal pattern. So I will go ahead and work this all the way down and also work the next row. So when I have these 3 rows done, I will come and show you what it looks like and what next to do. So this is what I have. I have my 3 rows done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So after that, I'll chain 1 and I'll fasten off. So We are going to turn this. See this other side. We are going to repeat the same thing. We are going to make an extension as well on this other side. So I've marked out. Make sure that your marking is on the same side. You can see this is where we have our this thing. This is where we did the extension and we left this place. So I did the same marking. So I'm leaving this space and also going to do an extension here. So make sure that you consider that when doing your marking, so that you don't end up marking the other side and after working you are just discovering it. So this is where I marked. So this is the 11th one that I marked, so I'll start working in the next. So this is the next, so I'll go right in, I'll join with the chain, and I'll go back and start working my pattern. Single crochet and a double crochet. So I'll move to the next, single, double. I'll move to the next, single and double. So I'll just go ahead and repeat the same thing all the way till I get to the end, and when I get to the end I'll come and show you what next to do. So previously I started working from here and I noticed that I'm working on the same side as the last row here, so I had to change and I started my working from here. So I'm right here at the end. This was where I marked, so this will be my last single crochet, so I'll just go ahead and work a single crochet inside. So we chain one and turn. So we are just going to repeat the same thing, and here is it. If you did 2 rows for the back, you are going to do 4 rows, 2 more rows at the back, at the front. Okay, let me take that again. If you do 2 rows in the front here, at the back here you are going to have 2 more rows, so that would be 4 rows. So for me I did 3 rows, so for the back I'm going to do 5 rows. So whatever the number of rows you did for the front, you are going to be adding 2 extra rows at the back. And yeah, I forgot to mention the measurement for the crotch area. For the 3 rows that I did, it's actually not up to 1 inch. As you can see, it's not up to an inch. It's not up to. So, and for if it's for 0 to 6 months, it will definitely be half an inch, which is 2 rows. So if you are doing these 3 rows, is okay for up to 2 years, like I said earlier. But if you are doing for 3 to 5 years, I'll suggest you add 1 more row. That will be 4. That will give you a little above 1 inch. So if you do 4 rows for the front, the back here you are going to be doing 6 rows. But if the toddler you are making this for is big at the back, like has a big board, then you need to add 1 or 2 more rows. So remember, we want our pant to be fitted, we want that suit like shape. So if we do too much rows here, it's not going to give us the shape that we want. I hope that is clear enough. So you are going to add more rows here for 3 to 5 years, 1 more row, and you are going to add 2 extra rows for the back. So if you do 4 here, you're going to do 6 here. I did 3 here, so I'm going to do 5 here at the back. I hope that is helpful and is clear enough. So I'll just go ahead. I chained 1 and turn, so I'll just go ahead and keep working my pattern. I will go ahead and keep working my pattern until I have my 5 rows completed. So this is the last single crochet. So just like we work our pattern, single, double. So I will go ahead, complete my 5 rows. When I have that done, I'll come and show you what to do next. So I have my 5 rows done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rows completed. So we are going to, after that, you are going to chain 1, leave a long tail for joining and fasten off. So after doing that, you are going to, we go ahead and repeat the same thing for the second piece. We are going to mirror exactly what we did here. You're going to mirror it on the second piece. The exact number of rows you did here, you're going to repeat the same thing. And when I have the second piece done, I will come and show you what next to do. So go ahead and make your second piece. So I have my 2 pieces. So this is the first one. I did 3 here and I did 5 here, the extended part, and I repeated the same thing here. So right now what we are going to do, we are going to be joining our pieces together before we do our headband, our waistband, sorry. So we are going to, it actually does not matter because we don't have right and wrong side because we keep turning back and forth. So we are going to be joining this way. So remove this chain one. Now we go ahead. I'll go right in. See this extended part. You see where we have the 5 rows? That's where I have my stitch marker. Make sure that you mark it. So I'll be making reference to it later. So I'll go right into the last stitch here, which is this. And okay, I'll remove that. I'll go into my stitch. Then this. Then I'll go ahead and grab this, the loop. So I chained one. Now I'll go back through. I'll go to that same space. I'll join with a slip stitch. I think I'll join with slip stitch. I don't want it to be very bulky, the joining part. So I'll move to the next stitch. Then move to the next stitch at the back. Then join with the slip stitch. Move to the next stitch. The next stitch at the back. Slip stitch. Next. Slip stitch. So we'll go ahead and do this until we get to the very end. When you get to the end, I will chain one and fasten off. Then I'll come and show you how we are going to do the second piece. So I have the first side joined. When I was joining, I picked the one with 5 rows at the back. I brought it here. So if I want to join the second piece, you are going to pick. Okay, so I had it here and I joined this way. So this is the one with 5 rows. I'm going to put it this way so that we don't end up joining on the same direction, because we'll be needing the distance. It's going to affect when we want to join the entire piece together. So when you join one this direction to this direction, the second one you make sure you join from left to right. So if you join from right to left, you join from left to right. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you are not confused. So you can see my joining is slip stitch that I did. My joining is on this side. I pick the one with, okay, this is my joining. You see that slip stitch? Can you see the slip stitches? Yeah. So my 5th row was here and I joined this way. So right now I switched it. My 5th row is here, so I'm going this way. So I'm going from left to right now. The previous time I went from right to left. So I'm going to start my joining from here all the way. This one, I started joining from the top. I went all the way down. Yeah. So, but for this, I'll go from the bottom to the top. So make sure that you put that in mind when joining, because you might end up cutting your, what's it called now? You might end up doing it all over again. So I'm going to join here. Okay, I think I have excess yarn tail here, so I'll go in here and I will go to the last stitch at the back here and chain one. I'll go back into that same stitch and the same stitch at the back and work a slip stitch. Then I'll go to the next and the next one at the back as well, work a slip stitch, the next and the next. So it's just the same thing we did here. So I'm going to work the same thing all the way to the top. So this is what I have after joining boots and piece. So I joined here. So this is the back where we have 5 rows. So this is the back as well where I have 5 rows. So see this back, we are going to, where we have the 5 rows, we are going to, it's going to face down. We are still on the wrong side. And also this is where I have 5 rows as well. So make sure where we have the 5 rows are down, and this is where we have 3. So yours might be 4 and 2. So just make sure where you have more rows is facing down. That's why I said we should mark it. So make sure it's facing down, while the one with lesser row is facing you. So I'm going to grab my yarn and we are going to start joining. So I'm going to turn this like this. So we are going to start joining this way. So I will enter into the first stitch here, which is this, and I will enter into the last stitch or the first stitch here as well. We are going to be working slip stitch as well, same thing we did for the legs. So I chained one to secure that, so I'll go back into that same space, so here and into that same space at the back, and work a slip stitch. Again, I'll go one, I'll go into the next, I'll pick it, then slip stitch. So after that, we just keep going to the next, and going to the next, work a slip stitch, going to the next, going to the next, slip stitch. So we keep going all the way, and when I get here, right here inside this corner, I will come and show you how we are going to join this extended part. So I am right here at the extended part. So basically we are just going to keep joining with our single crochet. So we are going to join all the way until we join to the back. So let me just show you. So after joining into the last, you see this space right here, I will go right in, and also the space at the back, and join, slip stitch. So I'll go into the next row here, and the next row here at the back, and work a slip stitch, and the next row here, and also the next row at the back, slip stitch. I'll move here. Remember we did 3 rows in front, so this is the third one. Join with a slip stitch. So we've joined the front. So you see where we joined right here. I'll go in between, I'll find my way in, and also do the same thing for the second piece where we joined. Slip stitch. Then we start working on the rows in the front. Remember we did 5 rows, yeah? I did 5 rows. So right there. So I've picked the one in the back. Go ahead, work my slip stitch. Now move to the next row. Back 2. So we just go ahead, we keep joining. After joining, you proceed and join the one at the back, just like that. So when I have it joined, completely joined, I'll come and show you what next to do. So after joining, I'm going to chain one and fasten off, but I'm going to leave one strand. I'm going to cut one because the waistband, I will be working it with one strand. So I'm going to pull this out. So I'll be working the upper part with single strand. So after switching to single strand, I also switched my hook size to size 2.5 mm hook. So I'm going to be working with this now for the waistband. But if you are not using elastic band, you don't need to reduce, you don't need to switch to one strand. All you have to do is just go ahead and work 1 double crochet around the entire waistband, and 1 double crochet for each row, and after that you just go ahead and do front post and back post double crochet. You do that for about 2, 3 or 4 rounds depending on how thick or how you want your waistband to be. But for me, I'm using elastic band. So after that, I will go ahead and chain 11. Okay, right here I'll chain 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So I have 11 chains. So starting from the third chain, this is not a chain, this is our first chain, this is the second, and into the third, which is this, I'll yarn over, I'll go in with a half double crochet. So after pulling out, I have 3 loops, I'll yarn over and pull through all 3. So the 2 chains we skipped counts as our first stitch. So that's 1. With this one that we just did, that's 2. So we move to the next 3. Then oops, I'll do that again. 4, 5, 6. So remember I chained 11 earlier, so I noticed it's too short because the waistband the elastic band I am going to use is around 1 inch thick. So I need something that is around 2 inches tall, so that when I fold it over, it's going to accommodate my elastic band. So I added more chains, so I did 16 chains in total, and I started working from the second chain. So right here, including these 2 chains I skipped in the beginning, I have 15 half double crochets in total. So after doing that, this is the first row. Let me see. This right here is the first row. I'll go in, I'll make a slip stitch. And this is the second row. I'll go in, this is second. Go into the second row and make a slip stitch. We are going to be slip stitching 2 times, two rows. After that, you are going to turn. We are going to skip the 2 slip stitches, no chain. You just go ahead and skip the slip stitches, 1, 2. Then I'll move to my stitch and start working into the back loop only. Use the back loop. Start working my half double crochet again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go ahead and complete that. After completing my 15 single crochet, half double crochet, this is what I have. And after that, I will go ahead, chain 1, turn, and again we are going to start. We are working in the back loop only. So this is the last stitch. I'll go right into the back loop. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I will go ahead. When I get to the base here, I'll come and show you what next to do. So I've done my 15 half double crochet. So this was where we worked our last stitch. So we go right in here. Here, that's 1. We move to the next right here. That's 2. So after working 2, you are going to turn. No chains. You skip the 2 slip stitches. You start working on your this extended part. You're going to start working your half double crochet. 1, 2. So that's just the repetition. You keep going back and forth. Complete your half double crochet, chain 1, you turn and work your 15 half double crochet down. You slip stitch into the next 2 rows. So we go ahead and work this. I will go ahead and work this all around the entire waist. So when I have this done, I will come and show you what next to do. So this is what I have after completing it. So I'm right here where I started. So this is what I have after working. So right now we are going to be joining like this. So like I said, we are going to be joining this. So I will go in, I will go right here and I'll pick the loop. I will pass it. I'll chain 1. I'll go right into the very first stitch here. And I'll go right into the first stitch here at the base. Join with a slip stitch. I'll go to the next, which is this, and I'll move to the next here, which is this, and join with a slip stitch. Move to the next, this, I'll move to the next and join, and I'll keep going until I have this completely joined. After joining, I will chain 1 and I'll leave a long tail because we are going to be folding this over and we are going to be sewing. So sorry about that, that's my son. So I'll leave a long tail for the sewing. So this is what I have, and I have the long tail. So you're going to cut out your waistband. Remember the what's it called now, the hip round measurement I'm working with is 21 inches, and the hip round of what we have here is, this is 9.5 inches, 9.5 plus 9.5. So the hip round measurement I have here is 19 inches. So I have my elastic band, and I cut out 18 inches, as you can see. So I will go ahead and make sure it's not twisted. I'll go ahead and join this in together. I will use my needle and thread to sew it. So when I have that joined, I'll come and show you. So this is what I have after the joining, after sewing it together. This is what I have. So I'm going to have this over the waistband like this, and we are going to fold this up. So this is how we'll be sewing. So I'm going to thread my darning needle. So I'm going to join to these beads. Come out at the back. So after coming out at the back, I'll move to the next row, which is this. I'll make sure I come out in the front. Yeah. I'll move to the next row here. I'll make sure I come out in the front. Make sure I'm around the beads. We are sewing to the beads. As you can see, we are joining to the wrong side. This is the wrong side. So, and after that, I'll move to the next here, and I'll come out here. I'll move here, and I'll move here. So that's how we go ahead and keep joining until we have it completely joined. After that, I'll go ahead and weave in my hands, and we'll come back and finish up this edging. We need to clean this up. So you go like this. This is the base where we are joining with slip stitch. So you just go ahead and highball, pick any, and you pick the waistband, not the elastic band, this waistband that we did here. So you pick at the top, just like that. You pick at the top. So I will keep going until I have it completely joined. So this is what I have after I joined, after sewing. As you can see, very clean. So right now we are going to be working on the leg opening. We're just going to clean that up quickly. I've done one leg. As you can see, this is what it looks like. So we'll be repeating the same thing here. We are just working a single crochet in each row, one single crochet. So I joined here and I chained one, so I'll go back into that same stitch. I'll work a single crochet. I'll move into the next row. I'll work a single crochet. I'll move to the next. I'll work a single crochet, and I'll just go ahead and repeat this all the way until I get back here, and then I'll slip stitch into the very first stitch and fasten off. And I will also go ahead and hide all my hands, and I think that will be all, but I'll come and show you. I want to add one little thing, so I'll come and show you what that is after finishing the single crochet. So this is what I have after working on both legs. So the last thing I want to show you, identifying the front from the back can be quite tricky, especially if you are making this for a client. So I came up with something. This is the front because this is where we joined this line right here. So as you can see, we have 3 more extra rows to this line where we joined the legs. And for the back, this is the line where we stopped. Then we did, this is where I did the extension. You can see that I have more rows here. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is the back, the one with 5 rows, while this is the front, the one with 3 rows. So I have 35 chains here. I chained 35. So I'm going to make a simple bow with this. So just fold this up like this, as you can see. So I grab a yarn and I'll just wrap that around the center. you can see. So you can either join, so I'll put this in the front. You can either join with either a glue or you just sew to it. As for me, I'll be sewing. So I'm making a knot to secure that. So I will go ahead and use my normal my tapestry needle and just sew it to the center. As you can see, this is the center, so I'll just sew it there and I'll cut this off. So I'll come and show you what the finished pants looks like. So this is what I have after joining, and this is what our finished pants looks like, and I hope you're able to make yours. And don't forget to check out the vest if you have not. We have the detailed tutorial on the channel, and also we have the dress suits using the same pattern and two-piece. We have a lot using this pattern on the channel. Kindly check it out. So signing out, see you next week. Bye.